We have to reflect our values. If we're talking about hope, we have to reflect hope. If we're talking about serving people and seeing change in people's lives, we have to reflect the change. So RLabs, it's a movement of people that's really focused on making hope contagious. And we do that through giving people opportunities for learning. So we do a lot of training and skills programs. We do a variety of different courses, ranging from technology to entrepreneurship to social innovation, and all of those kind of variety of skill sets that we believe can add value to people, but value that can actually help them to either find a job or assist them in getting and starting their own little business. I was born in Cape Town, in a place called the Cape Flats, where there's a lot of poverty, lots of youth unemployment and other socio-economic challenges. Growing up in the place where I grew up in, there was always something that kind of pulled me back, knowing that as much as my career was advancing, I always felt this need that I needed to give something back. And I think that is so important. You never know the capabilities that you have. I can either go and develop and build a great career, or I can do something with meaning, or I can actually decide to leave a legacy. And that got me into this whole notion of thinking about how do I bring about change in the place where I come from.
I started at RLabs in 2010. My mom heard about what RLabs is all about and what they do, and she asked me to come sign up for the computer courses that they have to offer. And I still told her that I'm not interested in doing computer courses because a girl coming from the background that I have will never be interested in doing things like that. Myself and my sister, we used to be drug mules to go buy and sell drugs. And we used to be part of gangsterism. I was never a confident person before I came to RLabs, and I've gained that confidence.
When we look at RLabs today, so we have these kind of alternative third spaces, the youth cafes, a space developed by young people for young people. The idea with the cafe is that they can't use cash in the cafe. The only way they can transact in this cafe is by doing good. We've actually created an alternative rewards currency, a digital currency. They can earn this currency by doing good. If they volunteer their time at an NGO, or if they go and help at the local school, or even if they're just helping their neighbor. Because we believe that even though there's a shortage of jobs in our society, there's no shortage of work.
And what the Youth Cafe really is about instilling hope. When you come to the Youth Cafe, it's not just about, I'm going to find a job. It's about coming to the Youth Cafe and actually having an experience that's beyond your understanding. I'm a project manager at the Youth Cafe, but I don't want to be seen as a project manager. I'm a leader and a champion.
The other thing that we then found with the journey of RLabs was that we found that a lot of people in our communities actually have amazing and great ideas. So what we then do is we actually create an environment called a living lab where they can turn these ideas into a reality. And some of these amazing ideas addresses things such as youth unemployment. Some of them address things such as healthcare, providing people access to counseling services, doing things in the agricultural fields. So all we now try and do is we try and enable them, skill them up with the right skills and the right people that can assist them in actually building and finding the solutions themselves. So they then become the pioneers and the change makers. So we've seen social enterprises that has grown from literally from the townships in South Africa and rural towns in Tanzania that has now become sustainable businesses and enterprises. Not just good for the entrepreneurs themselves, but it's actually making some substantial differences in their communities.